Hello everyone and welcome to the Canvas Chat YouTube channel. We're painting brushstrokes with body slams and we absolutely love it. We're here with a very special guest. Please welcome the Prince of Mumbai. It's Rishi Ghosh.
Hello, thanks for having me.
How are we doing, Rishi?
Very good, thank you. It's nice to see you, Martin.
We
Pantomime friend. He did panto.
We go back a long way.
Heard all about it.
I remember sitting in a big hall watching The Cube with Rishi.
Good times.
Good old Philip Schofield until 3 o'clock in the morning.
Great TV. Great TV.
But we're here to talk about your professional wrestling career. So we've got a few questions that we've compiled. And the first question, you've done something actually that me and Bobby would like to do.
It's on our bucket list.
It is on our bucket list. You've actually been to a WrestleMania, haven't you?
Yes, WrestleMania 30.
Wow.
So,
great event. My first WrestleMania, my only WrestleMania. And it was fantastic. Yeah, I mean, obviously seeing The Undertaker lose.
I mean, if there was one to go to.
Yeah.
30.
It was phenomenal. So seeing The Undertaker lose, the atmosphere was unbelievable.
Had you had any idea?
No idea whatsoever. Like everyone else, I thought, Undertaker's got this.
Yeah.
There was so little hype about the match.
Now, so you're obviously still a big fan, but what was your first memory of wrestling?
First memory, it was back in my day, it was hard to come by. You know, we didn't have Sky TV or anything, so my first memory is actually going to my friend's house and watching a bit of Sky, and I'm sure I remember seeing Dunk the Clown first. And I don't know if this is right, but it might have even been Dunk the Clown versus Bret Hart, just on one of the... But yeah, Dunk the Clown, Bret Hart were definitely on it, and
awesome.
Glued to it. Fantastic.
One of his
Those were the days.
matches.
That's wrestling. Dunk the Clown is wrestling. Obviously, I love a gimmick. So.
Amazing. So with wrestling, when did you decide that you wanted to train?
Me and my brother Rishi Ghosh, we used to go to some local shows at the Portsmouth Guildhall. Cool. So we're talking, 17, 18 years ago now.
You're not that old.
You're not that old, really, are you?
I'm old git now. So yeah, we used to go when we were younger, and we loved it. So watch it on TV, then going there and watching it. It was fantastic, and I remember seeing a young Johnny Storm and Jody Fleisch wrestle.
Wow.
And, you know, all the other guys were great. But when these guys came out,
Someone else,
it was
right?
mesmerising.
Yeah.
The amount of stuff they were doing. And we were just like, you know, we want to do it.
Yeah.
We want to do it. And actually, me and Raj have got a match against Johnny and Jody, tag team match for our SWF tag team titles in October.
Wow.
So,
amazing.
big gospel, get along if you can.
But
yeah, it's mesmerising, and that was first experience. And fortunately, FWA Academy opened not too long after that, and we could fulfil our dreams. So,
how long was it before you had your first match? Like, how long did you train for before you had your first?
We used to train at the FWA Academy with Mark Sloan. We trained 10 hours a week, and probably trained about 2 years, 10 hours a week.
Cool.
Before having maybe a year and a half, 2 years, having my first match.
Yeah, nice.
With Dan Head.
And you're working under the title now of the Prince of Mumbai.
Indeed.
So where did that character come from? What gave you the idea?
Well, actually, it's my friend Max, Max Voltage in the wrestling world. He does a show called The Wrestling up in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wrestlers versus comedians.
Great idea.
Awesome.
Big
Wow.
concept. You know, some great comedians have got involved. You know, Russell Kane, Tim Vine.
Oh, really? Wow. Some of the promos must be incredible.
Oh, they're like the comedians. They get the characters.
Yeah,
A guy called Tom Rosenthal. He came out in a full gimp suit, and you know, he was biting their nipples and all kinds of things, and it was tremendous. But they really understand the character of it.
Yeah.
So absolutely brilliant. So they do a bit of training beforehand, obviously. And he said his first show, he was like, I want you to be the Prince of Mumbai. And I'd never been to an festival, so I didn't know what it was about.
Yeah.
So I kind of went up there and I kind of half-assed it a bit, I suppose. But then when I saw it, I was like, oh, brilliant. And then I was thinking, you know, wanted to reinvent myself a bit. And I was sitting in a sauna or something with Max, something like that, you know. Something, you know, real manly like
Just
that.
relaxing.
And he was like, be the Prince of Mumbai. And I was like, yeah, Prince of Mumbai. And then I was in Orlando, and then I found the robes.
Yeah.
Oh, really? You got it from Orlando?
Yeah, and I put on the robes in the shop, I remember, and the girlfriend said, oh yeah, that looks good. She might just be saying that, you know. And then the person in the shop was like, yeah, it looks really good on you. Obviously, they're trying to sell it to me.
Yeah.
They're probably just saying it. But then a couple up behind went, yeah, that's for you. And I was like, yeah, I'll take this.
Yeah,
It's been waiting for you.
That's it, yeah.
That's awesome.
And a lot of the character is comedy. Mm-hmm. You've got great comedic timing, which I've obviously seen before.
Thank you.
Have you got any comedy influences?
Oh, as you know, Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean,
amazing.
what a man, Rowan Atkinson. I won't go into the full story, but I was fortunate enough to do a bit of monk extra work in his film Johnny English 2. So it was.
Is that Reborn?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So it was obviously I looked very monkish, so it was a pleasure to meet him. Let's just say.
Amazing. With wrestling, what different promotions have you worked for? I'm sure you might.
A long list. I'll just name a few.
Yeah, perfect.
So obviously Revolution Pro Wrestling.
Of course.
You know, that's where we are now at the Rev Pro Portsmouth School of Wrestling. I run my sessions as well. So Rev Pro, 4FW. Obviously, you've seen them working for them. I'm tag team champion of RJ Singh at the moment. But you know, All Star, Premier Promotions. I mean, the list just kind of goes on. I mean, Ultimate Pro Wrestling at the moment. We're doing a lot with them. I mean, most of the promotions.
Yeah, awesome.
In England, I've been fortunate enough to work with.
Me and the Maverick, we saw on Facebook and Twitter that you were draped in gold. What were these titles?
Oh, okay. So last year was a great year.
Yeah,
I saw.
So what did I have? I had the RPW Selzy title. I had the Kapow Heavyweight title, the SWF Tag Team title, the Future Pro Wrestling Tag Team title, and the 4FW Tag Team title. But then I won the Riverside Wrestling Championship trophy and the Legion of Lords. Survivor Cup trophy, the Legion of Lords. The best 2-on-1 tag team in the game. We'll take on any one man. Any one man.
We've got to talk about the Legion of Lords. I mean, when did you decide to do this whole thing with Lord Gideon Grey?
Well, it was actually down the training centre. I saw him for the first time. And I couldn't stop laughing at his performance. Really? It was phenomenal. And, you know, it's rare for me because I see so many wrestlers. Yeah. I knew this guy had something. And Andy Quilden and Andy Simmons saw us together and they knew there was something there. Legion of Lords were born.
You were saying the 2-on-1. You had a very high-profile 2-on-1 match against a certain big guy, formerly known as Ryback. How did that go down?
Honestly, one of the greatest moments of my career.
Was it?
Fantastic.
Really?
I mean, we talk about the Portsmouth Guildhall, while I first watched wrestling. To be main event at the Portsmouth Guildhall in front of about 1,000 people against, you know, the biggest indie star in wrestling at that time was fantastic. Really enjoyed the match, and Ryback. You know, you might hear things, but great wrestler, great guy.
Really wonderful.
And in the preparation to that, you had the Legion of Lord Diaries.
Legion of Lord's Diaries.
On YouTube. Go watch it.
We're up to date.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Oh, thank you.
Are there more coming?
There's more coming.
Yeah,
There's
good,
more coming.
good.
There's more coming. Also launched my Oh My Gosh YouTube channel as well, so more coming on the Legion of Lords and the Oh My Gosh YouTube channel.
Awesome. So, throughout your wrestling career so far, who would you say are your favourite opponents to be in the ring with?
Well, my first match I said was with Dan Head, and he to this day is still one of my favourite opponents to get in the ring with. We must have had about 20-30 matches against each other.
Incredible.
And he's fantastic, really underrated.
Is he a local guy?
Yeah, he's back in Portsmouth. He's back in Portsmouth. He's back down the Rev Pro school. He just did a Rev Pro show a few weeks ago that I was on as well. Amazing talent.
Yeah.
Book Dan Head. Book Dan Head.
You heard it.
Bloody fantastic. Yeah.
So, with being in the squared circle, would you say there's been any embarrassing moments for yourself?
Oh.
Going personal.
It's always bad when you get to the ring and you need the toilet.
No.
And you think, oh crap, I've got to get through a 20-minute match and I need the toilet. Yeah, so you're an upcoming wrestler. Always go to the toilet before you wrestle. Prince of Mumbai's tip of the day.
Do you always have access
Number
to
one
the
and
toilet?
number two.
Yeah, both. Preferably.
Both.
And you're now training people. You gave that bit of advice there.
Yeah. So you get all those bits of wisdom if you come and train at my pro wrestling private training sessions.
But the training must be going well, because on Twitter I just keep seeing these messages from the people you're training.
Yeah,
giving these really
the
positive
influx
messages.
has been fantastic. It's humbling that so many people want to come and spend their money and come and train with me. And check out the Facebook page if you can. Like, the reviews have been absolutely humbling. You know, the nice things people have said.
What can people expect from their sessions?
So we'll obviously do a warm up. We'll do some stretches. And if you're just starting out, we'll go over the basics. You know, we'll do the bumps, we'll do the rope running, we'll do some technical wrestling. If you're a flyer, we'll just fly like, you know, whatever kind of wrestler you want to be. Whether it's a character wrestler, a storyteller, a flyer, a technician, you know, I want you to make you the kind of wrestler
You want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
And that's really important to me, because as you see the wrestling shows, it's all about the variety. And there's a lot going about flips and stuff at the moment.
And dives.
High flying's great though. It's
Yeah.
fantastic, but
And
the whole show needs variety.
Something for everyone.
And flips are a big part of that.
And it
so-
shows from your character that it's clearly a character that you've gone for, that you want to do.
Absolutely.
So you've pursued it.
Yeah, absolutely, and having so much fun with it. You know, 15 years on, but having more fun than I've ever had in wrestling.
Incredible.
And that includes, you know, these training sessions.
So with the training, you're helping people to avoid injuries.
Yeah.
Have you ever suffered any injuries?
I've been very fortunate. So in my 15 years, I've not suffered any serious injuries. And I genuinely believe it's due
Touch
to
the
my...
word. Find the word, touch the word.
It's due to my preparation, and that's something I teach at my sessions, do you know what I mean? How to stretch, how to warm up properly, what parts of the body you need to warm up, and doing things safely.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I've never had any serious injuries. I hurt my shoulder 2 years ago slightly in a match, but I wrestled 2 days later, put a bit of ibuprofen gel on.
I remember
fine.
you spoke to me about that.
So,
Yes.
you know, I was a bit worried for a second after, so, that's a bit different. Maybe I'm getting old, but I was fine. So, really important. Just say, I've done 15 years. I think I could do another 15 years.
Incredible. Wow. So with the UK scene at the moment, it's fair to say that it's become incredible. Especially with the UK shining more light on it. What's your thoughts on that?
It's just really exciting.
Yeah,
I mean, and like the people who come over here, you know, the Americans, and we've always thought America's the place to be. But the Americans come over and they're like, the standard here is so much better overall. Do you know what I mean? Because we've got some brilliant wrestlers here, and you know, there are some amazing wrestlers in America as well. But I think the standard here at the moment is one more, and the whole world are watching the British scene, and there's some amazing wrestlers in Britain who are getting some great opportunities at the moment, and they deserve it. And you know, it's always so pleasing to me to see, you know,
The people
guys in
that
Britain
you've
doing
worked with.
well.
Yeah.
You know, and I think, you know, people are kind of genuinely pleased for me that I'm being able to make a living from it now. So it's really good, and it's really exciting, and you know, the fans, a shout out to the British wrestling fans, because they're really making it at the moment. Do you know what I mean?
They are.
The reactions at the shows, the enthusiasm. Do you know what I mean? Them continually talking about it.
There's
so
social networking.
Yeah, it's
best
incredible.
fans,
Yeah.
best fans in the world.
Yeah.
You were saying that you would happily go on for another 15 years. Is there anything that you would like to achieve in the business, and like, do you have like a long-term goal for the next 15 years in your career?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose I'd like to start doing more of the high-profile shows, because in the UK, as you've seen, there's some, obviously Rev Pro is one of the most high-profile, but I'd like to be doing the other high-profile ones as well. So yeah, I'd like to be there. I mean, but it's just such an exciting time. I'm just living in the moment, enjoying it.
Taking it day by day.
Yeah, taking it day by day, and hopefully one day I shall be working for all of the big ones.
Definitely.
Time will tell.
I wouldn't say
Doesn't
why
matter.
not. To end it, we have a question that I think we should always ask any pro wrestler. If there's a wrestler, dead or alive, that you could face, who would it be?
Bret Hart.
Bret Hart.
Bret Hart, he's the man.
Straight in there.
He's the
There we
man,
go.
Bret Hart.
Didn't even have to think about it.
No, he's my favourite. He's always been my favourite.
Oh wow. Okay.
If
Yeah,
Doink
so-
can do it,
So can the Prince of Mumbai.
Oh, he's so good.
Yeah.
what was it about Bret Hart?
I don't know, just as a kid, we watched him and he was just cool. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, now I'm a wrestler, I know how much of a shift he used to put in. And we were fortunate enough, a couple of years back, he did a Q&A in Portsmouth, and
Wow.
I was lucky enough to go for dinner with Bret Hart.
Serious?
And
Wow.
he was such a great guy as well, and he had so many stories to tell. So, yeah, without hesitation, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Awesome. That's so cool.
Well, that's a great question to end it
Yeah, I
on.
think
It's a
it
good
is.
question. Well done, boys.
Thank you so much for joining us for our YouTube channel here, the Canvas
you.
Chat. Rishi, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you
man.
so much. Thank you.
Lovely to
Thank
visit
you.
Portsmouth and obviously the Rev Pro UK training facility. Make sure you check it out. All the links will be in the description if you do want to head on down and do a bit of one-on-one training.
Rishi Ghosh Wrestling at hotmail.com.
You heard it.
There
Got a
you
Facebook
are.
page as well.
Fantastic. Until next time, we've been the Canvas Chat, painting brushstrokes with body slams,
And we absolutely love it.